Okay, Mr. Fairley, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we are on record in file 06-30735-BP, Samantha McAnally versus Cornell Fairley. We are here today for hearing on an order to show cause, and we are proceeding today by video conference. Sir, you are Cornell Morris Fairley?
Yes, I am.
All right, Mr. Fairley, it states here that you're ordered to pay $246 per month in child support, and that you're currently behind in the payment of that support in the amount of $5,339.71. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that it's a crime to fail to pay child support to the very best of your ability up to the amount ordered?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you were to plead guilty or be found guilty of this offense, that I could sentence you in jail to up to 45 days since you do have a previous contempt?
Yes.
You are entitled to have a trial, and you can't be convicted unless the evidence at your trial proves that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You are entitled to have an attorney represent you here today and at any other proceedings that we might have on this matter. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, I do.
If you want an attorney and you don't have the money to pay for one, you can tell me that now and I'll appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want an attorney?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to pay for your own attorney?
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. As soon as we have our public defender logged in, I will have you speak to her.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Capitello? Yes. If you want to come forward and sit at this table, you can do that. All right, we are on the record in file 18-45836-DS, Jamie Lee Wallace versus Joshua Ray Capitello. We're here today for a hearing on an order to show cause relative to an alleged violation of a parenting time order. We are proceeding today partially in person and partially by Zoom. Miss, you are Jamie Lee Wallace?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Wallace is here by video conference, and sir, you are Joshua Ray Capitello?
Yes.
All right, and Mr. Capitello is here in person. Ms. Wallace, we're here on an order to show cause regarding an alleged failure to comply with a parenting time order. Do you understand that that is, in this case, can be treated as a civil contempt of court?
Okay.
Do you understand that if you were to be found guilty or pled guilty to violating the parenting time order, that there are a number of sanctions the court could impose, one of them being a fine of up to $250?
Yes.
You also understand that the court could require additional terms and conditions in the parenting time order that are consistent with the court's parenting time order?
Yes.
Do you understand that the court could also modify the parenting time order in the ways that the court determines was in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
Do you understand that I could also order make-up parenting time if I determined that the parenting time was wrongfully denied?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so with a contempt or an allegation that you violated a court order, you can plead guilty, which means you admit that you did it, or you can plead not guilty, which means that we would conduct a trial on the matter. Do you know how you would like to proceed?
Not guilty.
All right, so I'll enter a not guilty plea for Ms. Wallace on the contempt, and I'll set a trial on this matter. So, Ms. Clark, we'll need a trial date of probably half a day, I guess.
Yes, Judge. February 6th at 8:15.
All right, so we'll set this for February 6th at 8:15 a.m. for a trial.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Is that when I would need to bring like witnesses?
Yes, if you have any witnesses that you want to call or any evidence that you want to submit to the court, that would be the day that you need to bring.
Okay, like the school and counselor and things like that.
Anyone that you want me to hear from needs to be here that day.
Okay.
All right, so the
Thank you.
court will issue a notice on that, and we will proceed at that time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so Ms. Wallace, you can go ahead and log out. Mr. Captillo, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, Mr. Perez is here. Do you need a breakout session with him?
Yes, please.
Okay, Mr. Perez, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Ms. Underwood. We are on the record in file 7 32108-DP. Raquel Tyndall versus Leopoldo Perez. We are here today for a hearing on an order to show cause. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask Ms. Underwood, place your appearance on the record.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Perez this morning, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Underwood, where do we stand with Mr. Perez's case today?
I believe, as the funded court is aware, Mr. Perez is still waiting for a date from Ohio on the child support, Your Honor.
This case is not an interstate case. That's his other case.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know he's trying, it's being taken out of his check. Am I correct, Ms. Fetcher-Waller?
That is correct.
And I know
The issue
he's got
having is
other
that what's-
cases, Your Honor.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Ms. Underwood, do you want Mr. Perez to speak directly?
He can speak.
Go ahead, Mr. Perez.
I pay $9.60 a month in Ohio. I'm getting that lowered. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I put the paper in to get it lowered, but I've been waiting for months for that to come back. It still hasn't came back yet. So I'm actually something to get it lowered so I can make more payments to the other mothers as well.
Do you pay $960 per month in the state of Ohio?
Something like that, yeah.
And what is the date of your hearing to see if you can get that lowered?
Sir, I've been waiting for a couple months now. I put it in.
I can't understand what you're saying. Your microphone's not picking up your voice.
Your Honor, he's been waiting a couple months
Yeah, I've been waiting
on
for
that.
to get a.
Okay, but when is there a hearing? What's the next date or what? I mean, what's going on? I'm just saying I'm waiting a couple months doesn't give me any usable information.
I have no idea, sir.
Your Honor, I can answer that question. On his other case, which is not in question today, I sent a request for a support modification and I have not heard back from them, but I did send an inquiry last week to find out what the status is on that. But we're on another case here today.
But I take it on my check every week, though.
Your Honor, they do take money out of his check every week. I would say, the reason the one affects the other, obviously, is because, there's a finite amount of money, but he is making every effort.
All right, well, I'm going to set it for a trial on January 23rd at 8 a.m.
Thank you,
And
Your Honor.
I don't know what to do other than just hear each person's side and try to make a decision at that point,
Thank you, Your
because
Honor.
continuing to wait isn't getting us anywhere. So we'll set it for trial on January 23rd at 8 a.m.
Would that be Zoom or come in?
I'm going to need to have you in person, Mr. Perez, because for whatever reason, I can barely hear or understand what you're saying over Zoom right now.
Okay. Yes.
All right, so you can go ahead and log out.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Boomis, if you want to step into the hallway, there's an iPad right outside the door. And Ms. Underwood, did you receive Mr. Boomis's information? We just emailed it to you a few minutes ago.
Let me check, Your Honor. What's the last name?
It's Boomis, Boomus.
Okay. Hang on. Lewis?
Boomis, Boomus.
Mhm. Mm, Um,
Should I step out in the hall, Your Honor?
Yes, I've received it, Your Honor.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get that device. All right, Mr. Boomis, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to put you in a breakout session right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have a case that's on my docket and there's someone logged in for it that I don't see on the front of the court list that we got last week. It's Tiffany Rochelle versus Matthew Lott. And the file number is 16-43086.
I'll look into that, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Who's Hammy? Was he picked up?
It looks like it's adjourned to January 22nd.
January 22nd.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Walsh, are you here for Devin Rakes?
I am here for Derek Baughy, I think.
Okay.
Devin Rakes might be Agent Teskey, but I can certainly cover that. If you're ready on it.
I think we're still waiting on the warrants as far as I know.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Lott. Can you hear me?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure that out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Barely, but yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ms. Fetzer, did you say the 23rd?
The 22nd, Your Honor.
22nd. All right. So, Mr. Lott, your hearing was adjourned to January 22nd. So you can log out. You just need to log back in on January 22nd with the same Zoom information
Okay,
you
I just
used
wanted
today.
to make sure. I did get a piece of mail that was delivered to my previous address, then forwarded with the 22nd. But I wanted to make sure that wasn't something separate.
Okay. What is your current address, Mr. Lott?
I'm back at the 8903 Dibble Road address.
Okay.
And that would be in Britain.
All right. Okay. You can go ahead and log out then. Again, just log back in on the 22nd.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're back on the record in file 22-49994-DS. Kaylee Jewell versus Matthew Boomis. Mr. Boomis, you want to come back forward to the podium, please? And Mr. Boomis has had a breakout session with Ms. Underwood. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Boomis this morning, Your Honor.
All right, and you know how Mr. Boomis wishes to proceed.
We would ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Boomis' behalf at this time. Mr. Boomis is looking for work, Your Honor. He thinks he can make a $300 payment today. And we would ask for a 2-week adjournment to allow Mr. Boomis to see if he can get employment at this point, Your Honor.
Right, I will adjourn this 2 weeks to January 22nd with the expectation that Mr. Boomis make a $300 payment today. So, Mr. Boomis, you'll need to either be back here in person or log in on Zoom on January 22nd.
Would a Zoom meeting be possible?
It is. If you wait one moment, the bailiff will get you our Zoom information.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Your Honor. Am I going to take a seat, Your Honor?
Yeah, we're all set.
Thank you.
Just a minute, sir. I'm gonna give you some paperwork. You good? Go ahead and have a seat there.
Thank you.
Okay, Rhonda, we also sent you information on Cornell Fairley. Did you get that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Mr. Fairley. If you give me just a second here.
Yes. Recently, you mean?
Devin Briggs in a room for the judge, please. He's out in room downstairs already. Okay, thank you. Bye. He's in a room in. No, there was only
There's two
one.
ones in here with different numbers.
They're the same person. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his skip number? I have 20656.
The others 20570.
Is it going on now?
No. Okay, we're back on the record in file 06-30735-DP. Samantha McNally versus Cornell Fairley. Mr. Fairley's had an opportunity to speak to Ms. Underwood. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Fairley this morning, Your Honor.
And how does Mr. Fairley wish to proceed today? Mr.
Fairley joins us this morning from work, Your Honor, at the Speedway in Rochester Hills. He recently went to work there. I'm not aware if the front of the court knows that, so they can start the income withholding process. But he's prepared to make $150 payment today, and then hopefully we can get income withholding started on this, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Fetzer Wallet, do you need any additional information to do an income withholding order for Speedway?
I don't have the information, but perhaps Mr. Fairley could call me this morning so we could discuss it.
All right, Mr. Fairley, can you call Ms. Fetzer Wallet this morning to give her that information for your employer?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Do I call is there a number that I can write down real quick to call?
517
Hold on
26.
1 second. Let me write that down. Okay, I'm ready for that number.
517
517
264
264
4720.
4720. No problem.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, so I will adjourn this to January 22nd. And I'm sorry, Ms. Underwood, how much was he going to pay today?
150, Your Honor.
Okay, adjourn to January 22nd with the expectation that Mr. Fairley pay $150 and be in contact with Ms. Fetzer Wallet to set up an income withholding order. So Mr. Fairley, you can go ahead and log out. You'll need to log back in on January 22nd at 8 a.m. You'll use all the same Zoom information that you used this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Kaufman, you want to step into the hallway and I'll set you up with a breakout session with Ms. Underwood. Okay, Ms. Underwood, I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Ms. Kaufman.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Kaufman, do you want to come forward to the podium, please? You're on the record in file 08-33514-DS, Donald Lee Martin Jr. versus Michelle Renee Kaufman. We are here today for hearing on an order to show cause. We are proceeding today by video conference. Ms. Underwood, would you like to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Ms. Kaufman, Your Honor.
And where do we stand with Ms. Kaufman's case today?
Ms. Kaufman has a very small arrearage, Your Honor. She works at Jerry's in Tecumseh. And the accountant they sent the income withholding documents to the accountant about a month ago, I gather. And that still hasn't been done. But if Ms. Kaufman could have about a month, she should have the whole, I believe it's like $250 paid off, Your Honor, and hopefully by then income withholding will. I know Jerry's recently changed hands, so there might just be something between, I don't know, the new owners, the old owners.
All right, so what I'll do is adjourn this to February 12th at 8 a.m. In the meantime, I understand there's no income withholding order yet, but that doesn't mean that payments can't be made. So I would expect it at that time to be paid off.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Kaufman, then you're all set. You'll have to be back here next on February 12th at 8 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
If I pay it off, do I have to still show up?
No, you won't.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, sir. You're Mr. Rakes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are on the record in file 21-20656-FH and 21-20570-FH. People versus Devin Dean Rakes. We are here today for arraignment on an alleged probation violation. Sir, you are Devin Dean Rakes?
Correct.
Can you hear and understand all right, Mr. Rakes?
Yes, sir.
Have you received copies of your warrants?
Just now, yes.
Okay. The warrant in file 21-20656-FH alleges that you violated the terms of your probation by failing to report on May 2nd, 2023. In that case, you had pled guilty to possession of cocaine. The maximum penalty for that offense is up to 4 years in prison and or a $25,000 fine. In file 21-20570-FH, the warrant alleges that you violated the terms of your probation by failing to report. And in that case, you had pled guilty to unlawful use of a motor vehicle, and the maximum penalty for that offense is up to 2 years in prison and or a $1,500 fine. You do have the right to be represented by an attorney here today and at any other proceedings that we have on this matter. If you can't afford an attorney, you can tell me that now and I'll appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to pay for your own?
No.
Okay, I will place you in a breakout session with Ms. Underwood from the Public Defender's Office if you give me just a moment.
Court. First door on your left.
Do the Lewis versus Jason. We're on the record in file 08-33312-DS, Danielle Nicole Lewis versus Jonathan Justin Jaso. We are here today for a hearing on an order to show cause, and we are proceeding today by video conference as well as in person. The courtroom is open to the public.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if we could dismiss that.
Oh, sure. All right. So based on the request of the friend of the court, we will dismiss this contempt. And so the last one I have is the Kozlowitz. We are on the record in file 07-31413-DS, Nicole Ann Kozlowitz versus Paul Joseph Kozlowitz IV. We are here today for a hearing on an order to show cause. The record should reflect this matter was set for an order to show cause this morning at 8 a.m. It is now 8:48 a.m. Mr. Kozlowitz was ordered to appear. He is not present here in the courtroom. He is not logged into the Zoom session, so he has failed to appear. I am going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest and set bond in the amount of $985.24.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I think that is all the friend of the courts I had today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You don't know what the original is, but a copy of the site plan. The returns filled out.
The return is filled.
So, yeah, we have the original.
That's what I heard. That was that thing, but you know, I mean, computer.
Okay, we're back on the record in People versus Devin Dean Rakes, file 21-20656-FH and 21-20570-FH. Ms. Underwood, would you like to place your appearance on the record?
Ron, I'll do it for Mr. Rakes this morning, Your Honor.
All right, and you know how Mr. Rakes wishes to proceed?
At this time, Your Honor, we would like to enter a not guilty plea. I'm concerned that Mr. Rakes might have charges coming. But I would ask that the court perhaps set this for Wednesday morning.
All right, I'll enter a not guilty plea for Mr. Rakes in both files and set these for a pretrial conference on Wednesday morning, January 10th at 8:15.
And can I be heard as to the issue of bond, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Mr. Rakes does work at what construction company, Mr. Rakes?
Kenny Poe's Constructionery.
And he lives here locally. He's had the same address for 16 months, Your Honor. I don't believe it's been.
About 2 years, 2.5.
I don't believe it's been an attempt to flee as much as Mr. Rakes was in the same place, Your Honor. He was not attempting.
Well, the thing is,
Mr. Rakes, please speak. Mr. Rakes, please be quiet. And I believe Mr. Rakes has every intention of making his court date on Wednesday, Your Honor.
like, I'd be willing to pay for a tether to be put on and be monitorized. I've had the same address in Adrian for about 2 years now, 136 South Main Street and a half, apartment 1.
All right, well, I guess my issue is two things. First is that there's a possibility that some charges are coming for something. I don't know what those are, but Ms. Underwood has stated her concern about that issue, which would indicate at least an allegation of some kind of additional or new criminal behavior. Second is that Mr. Rakes stopped reporting on May 2nd. So we're well beyond 6 months of not reporting at this point. And so based on that, I'm not going to issue a bond at this time. I think it's more appropriate to keep Mr. Rakes in custody at least until Wednesday when we know better what is happening in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rakes, you can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Ms. Teskey. And can you call Derek?
Those are hard copies. You want those?
Yeah.
Only Judge O'Saver, so if you could Derek Hockey in a room for the judge, please. Okay, thank you.
Is there still somebody down there for?
Yes.
I can.
Yeah, one's He had a summons for probation violation.
Your Honor, are we waiting for Mr. Bahi?
Yes, we are. Good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Bahi?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay, we are on the record in file 22-20927-FH. People versus Derek Mitchell Walkie. We are here today for arraignment on a warrant for probation violation as well as one for failing to appear. Mr. Bahi, have you received copies of your warrants?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
All right, the warrant for probation violation alleges that you violated the terms of your probation by failing to comply with curfew monitoring, by using methamphetamine, by fleeing from law enforcement, and by cutting off your tether. You had previously pled guilty in this case to failing to pay child support. The maximum possible penalty for the failing to pay child support is up to 4 years in prison. You do have the right to be represented by an attorney at this hearing and at any other hearings that we have on this matter. And if you can't afford an attorney, you can tell me that now and I'll appoint one for you at public expense. The contempt of court warrant alleges that you failed to appear for a probation violation hearing. Maximum possible penalty for a contempt of court is up to 93 days in jail or up to $7,500 in fines. Again, with respect to that issue, you also have a right to be represented by an attorney. And if you can't afford an attorney, the court would appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Would you like to be represented by an attorney today?
Yes, Your Honor, I would.
Do you have the ability to pay for your own attorney?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to place you in a breakout session with Ms. Underwood from the Public Defender's Office. If you give me just a second here.
Okay.
They listen to everything we say.
All right, we have Ms. Underwood and Mr. Bakke back from the breakout session. Ms. Underwood, do you know how Mr. Bakke would like to proceed today?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bakke would plead not guilty in this matter, Your Honor. And we would ask that the court set this matter over for Wednesday. Mr. Bakke denies these allegations, a number of them, and has been making his regular child support payments like he's supposed to. So we would ask the court to consider a bond at this time to allow him to continue to do that. He works doing drywall and construction in Hudson for, I'm sorry, the name again, Mr. Bakke?
Jeff Van Havel.
Okay. So we would ask at the very least that the court set this over for a pretrial on Wednesday, Your Honor, and consider allowing Mr. Bahi out to continue working and making his payments, Your Honor. And Mr. Bahi informs me that he is, Your Honor, he would test if the court wishes him to.
Does Mr.
right,
Bahi
I'll,
have his tether on?
I'm sorry?
Mr. Bahi, do you have your tether on?
No, ma'am, but I never cut it off. Load ice, they recovered it completely
Mr.
intact.
Bahi,
I slid it
Mr.
off.
Bahi,
Yeah, Mr. Bucky, all right, I'll enter a not guilty plea for Mr. Bucky.
And you can check with FOC that I have been making my payments every single week on Fridays.
I would ask for denial of bond, Judge, given the allegations. You put him on tether. He did fail to comply with that.
Has there been any reporting, Ms. Walsh, in the meantime while this has happened, or has he just been not reporting?
No, he hasn't reported at all since before this incident in June.
So I'm going to deny bond at this time. It's been around 6 months since there's been any reporting. There's allegations of additional criminal behavior, and for some reason, Mr. Balky is not wearing the tether that is court ordered. So I'm going to deny bond at this time.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Balky, you can let the officer that's with you know that you're done with court for today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
When is the next court date, Judge?
Wednesday at 8:15.
Okay.
Is that all you need me for, Your Honor?
Yeah, I think we're all set.
Thank you.
Mr. Trushan, Mr. Persky, want to come forward and sit at the table closest to the television? I'm just waiting for Mr. Brooks to get his audio connected. Mr. Brooks, if you are there and can hear me, you need to unmute your device, please. All right, we have lost Mr. Brooks's device. I'm gonna give him a minute to see if he can get logged back in. Mr. Brooks, if you're there, I need you to unmute your device. That would be
Mr. Brooks just called Judge and said he's trying.
okay. All right, I have a device logged in as just iPhone. I need whoever is there to unmute the device, please.
Try to talk around.
Judge, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Mr. Brooks.
All right.
All right, we are on the record now in file 23-50678-PP. Marilee Purse versus Gary Purse. We are here today for a hearing on a motion to terminate a personal protection order. We are proceeding today both in person and by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Mr. Brooks for the petitioner.
Michael Brooks, Your Honor, hearing on behalf of Marilee Purse.
And Mr. Tushin.
George Trushin appearing on behalf of Mr. Purse, 37255.
All right, so if I'm correct, this goes back to the original motion was filed back on June 20, 2023. But for whatever reasons, we have not had a full hearing on it at this point. Is that correct, Mr. Tushin?
That's my understanding.
Okay, all right. So if you have any arguments you'd like to make with respect to the motion, you can do that now.
Your Honor, my client just informed me a few days ago that in fact, there is a motion to withdraw from his civil attorney that's up in front of you, I believe at 11:45 today. Is that right, Mr. Burke?
Correct.
And so with that, Your Honor, I've just been indicated that this last week, as you know, I've been in the hospital for 45 days. So when Mr. Purse told me that, Judge, I spoke with Mr. Brooks, and I would be asking the court. My client is in the process of looking for a new civil attorney to handle this whole situation, which I have nothing to do, Judge. All I have is the personal protection order with Marilee and Mr. Brooks. That's the only position I have in regard to this. With that, Your Honor, I'd ask that in fact you adjourn this without date to see if in fact the new attorney that my client is going to hire for the civil case and all the rest, package everything, and I spoke to Mr. Brooks about that. There needs to be finality with these people. So if I have to argue this in a month from now, and a month and a half, 2 months from now, Judge, I'm more than happy to. It won't change the facts in regard to what we're doing. But he does obviously want to retain new counsel in regard to that whole civil package, which is 95% of all this litigation with my client and his mother. So I'd ask, Your Honor, very briefly after all that, for an adjournment without date at this time. I can speak to Mr. Brooks about that, how things are going. I need to hear from Mr. Purse where he's at with hiring new counsel, since in fact, this counsel is getting out, petitioned out in front of you later this morning.
All right. Mr. Brooks, any response that you would like to make?
Well, my first question would be, is Mr. Trushin going or staying?
So, Mr. Tushin, I think the question is, is there a possibility that if Mr. Purse hires a new attorney, that attorney will be handling this matter as well? Or is it still your intention that you're going to handle this matter and some other attorney will handle the civil matter? I think that's the question, Mr. Brooks.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Brooks?
We're just asking for an adjournment today.
So the judge is asking whether I'm handling the PPO.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm more than happy to, Your Honor.
That's going to continue to stay true regardless of what happens on the civil case.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm handling just.
I think that's the question that Mr. Brooks was asking.
Yes, Your Honor. If it comes to the point where in fact they settle everything, including the PPO, I think, which is hopefully the goal, then of course, then I would just be done in regard to it. But yes, Your Honor, for clarification.
Okay, so Mr. Brooks, I think the answer to your question is Mr. Trushan will be handling the PPO matter regardless of what happens with the civil case.
All right.
Any other response with request to the
Mr.
adjournment
Trushan,
without date?
Mr. Trushan has had some pretty serious health issues, and I told him on the phone the other day that anything he needed, I was not going to answer, because been there myself this year, and I know what that's like.
Okay, so what we'll do is, based on the request of the respondent who filed this motion, is grant that request for adjournment without date. I might suggest that I think, based on what I've read in the petition, what I've read in the motion, that it's likely that we'll need to have an evidentiary hearing rather than being able to resolve this just on arguments on a Monday morning. So if the parties would prefer to simply set it for an evidentiary hearing at the time that you're ready to proceed, we can do that, and it'll save a little time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just to let the judge, the court know, Judge, I have obviously every week appointments at the University of Michigan and St. Joe's in regard to what I'm battling. So I will keep your court involved in regard to that, so you have that. With a stem cell transfer, a stem cell operation, you're basically out of service, unfortunately, for a couple of months in regard to that. But I will certainly keep your court advised.
Your Honor, anything Mr. Trushan needs.
Okay, and certainly we'll be willing to work with that schedule in any way that we can.
Thank you.
Right. All right, anything else we need to address today then?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you for the time then. You can all, well, those here on Zoom can log out. Mr. Trushan, Mr. Purse, freely.
Thank you.
Okay, bill enforcement effects.
That was here. He's sitting there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I heard him talk.